Hey, so you're watching this either because you're about to head somewhere elk actually live, or because something already happened and you're trying to figure out what you did wrong. Either way, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do if an elk walks toward you. Doesn't matter if you're on a trail, at a campsite, trying to get back to your car, or just standing at a park pull out with your phone out. We're covering all of it, solo, with a dog, with kids, in a vehicle. Every version of this situation, one video. But before we get into any of that, there's one thing I need you to unlearn first, because it's the thing that gets people hurt more than anything else. Elk look like deer, really big deer. And because of that, most people's brain automatically files them under deer behavior, which means, make a loud noise, it runs away. Done. That is not how elk work. A deer's whole strategy is to bolt. Startle it, it's gone. That's the deal with deer. An elk stands there. It looks at you, it thinks about it. And then it decides. That's a completely different animal, with a completely different set of rules. And if you treat it like a deer, you're going to have a very bad afternoon. The other thing people get wrong is the size. Elk look heavy and kind of slow moving. You see one in a meadow just grazing, and it looks like it's barely in a hurry to do anything. A bull elk can hit 35 miles per hour. They can stop, pivot, and come at you again before you've even processed what's happening. So just go ahead and let go of the idea that you're going to outrun one. You're not. Most of the year, elk are genuinely not that interested in you. You walk by, they watch, they go back to doing elk stuff. Fine. But there are two windows every year where that changes completely. The first one is rut. Late September into October, sometimes into early November. This is breeding season, and bulls during rut are operating in a completely different mode. They're barely sleeping. They're barely eating. Every bit of energy goes toward two things: finding cows and dealing with anything that feels like competition. That bugling sound you hear in October in the mountains, that's a bull announcing himself. If you hear that close to you, you're already inside his space. He's been watching you. And here's the strange part: during rut, completely harmless things read wrong to a bull. Someone crouching to look smaller can read as a submissive posture that invites a challenge. Someone backing toward the trees can look like circling behavior. None of that is logical from our perspective. It makes complete sense from his. The second window is calving season, May through June. This one surprises people because cows seem gentle. They are not gentle when they have a newborn calf. A cow elk protecting a calf will close the distance between you in under 2 seconds. No warning, no escalation. She just decides you're too close and she moves. And the part that catches people every single year, calves are almost invisible. She parks them, tucks them into tall grass, under a creek bank, inside a brush pile. The calf lies completely still and completely silent. The cow grazes 50 yards away like nothing's going on. You walk into that calf's position without knowing it's there, and suddenly she's coming at you full speed. From her perspective, you walked right up to her baby. So rut and calving, 2 times a year where elk encounters get serious fast. Know when they are, know where you're going, and adjust accordingly. Let's say you're on a trail and an elk is 40 feet away and it's looking at you. Here's how this actually goes. First thing, just stop. Don't take another step toward it. The number of incidents that happen because someone took one more step is genuinely wild. Just stop where you are. Give it a few seconds. Watch what it does. If it goes back to grazing, great. Start your slow exit. If it keeps its eyes on you and its body is squared toward you, your exit starts right now. Before you take a step backward, do a quick check behind you. Especially in May and June. Glance at the terrain. Is there brush, a ditch, tall grass? You want to know what's back there before you back into it. Walking backward into a hidden calf when the mother is staring you down is exactly as bad as it sounds. Now move, slowly, steadily, at an angle, not straight back, sideways and back. As you're moving, look for something large and solid you can put between you and the elk. A car, a big boulder, a tree with a serious trunk. What doesn't work? A fence. Elk jump 5 feet without really thinking about it. Don't count on a fence for anything. Keep moving toward your cover, angle toward it, don't sprint. Sprint reads as fleeing prey. Walk with purpose, keep the elk in your peripheral vision, and keep moving. This is the one that people handle the worst, the bluff charge. And honestly, I get it, because it's terrifying. But if you know what it is, you can respond to it correctly. A bluff charge looks like this. The elk drops its head, pins its ears back, and takes 2 or 3 hard, fast steps directly at you. Then it stops. That's a warning. That's the elk saying, you are way too close, and I have the ability to do something about it. It is not a committed attack. Not yet. What happens next depends almost entirely on what you do. If you run, you've just answered its question. Now it knows your prey, and the chase instinct kicks in. Don't run. What you do is this: hold your ground, raise your arms out wide, and say something firm out loud. Hey, back off. Go on. Not screaming, not pleading. Just firm and calm, like you mean it. Then continue your exit, slow, steady, moving away but not fleeing. If it bluff charges again, same thing, bigger, arms wider, voice firmer, keep moving. What you're communicating is, I'm not running, and I'm not staying. I'm leaving on my terms. Most elk stop after the second bluff charge. They got what they wanted, you're moving away. They don't need to escalate further. Dogs make elk encounters harder, every single time, without exception. To a bull in rut, a dog looks like a wolf. Doesn't matter what breed, doesn't matter how small or fluffy. The leash goes to 18 inches the moment you see an elk. Dog comes directly behind your legs, between you and away from the elk. If it tries to bark or lunge, your hand goes calmly on its muzzle. One bark can flip a tense encounter into something active. Get your barrier, get your distance, exit as a unit. Dog tucked behind you the whole way. Small kids, pick them up immediately. A child running is one of the most triggering movements there is for a large animal. Get them off the ground. Older kids, skip the vague instructions. Don't say be careful or stay close. Say exactly what you mean. Walk directly behind me. Don't run. Stay right there. When there's adrenaline involved, specific instructions land. Vague ones don't. Move as a group. You're at the front, facing the elk. Everyone else is behind you. You exit together, one pace. People assume being in a car means they're safe. You're safer, but the encounter still requires some sense. In parks especially, elk have lost their fear of vehicles. They'll walk right up to cars. During rut, bulls have actually rammed car doors and side panels. Keep your windows up if an elk is within 30 feet. Don't reach out, don't feed it, don't honk aggressively. A sudden loud honk can spook, and a spooked animal moves unpredictably. If a bull starts circling your car during rut, start the engine and slowly drive away. Slow is key. Fast movement from a large object can trigger a charge. Just ease out of there. If you can't move because the elk is blocking you, wait. Genuinely, just wait. Most vehicle encounters resolve in 2 or 3 minutes. They move on. More elk incidents happen in Yellowstone than anywhere else. And it's not because those elk are more aggressive. It's because people watch the same elk near the same road for 3 days in a row. And somewhere in there their brain stops registering it as a wild animal. The elk tolerates it. Day 1, day 2, day 3. And then one day it doesn't, and nobody saw it coming. The official distance rule is 25 yards. That's to school buses end to end. If you can hear it breathing, you've already crossed it. This rule exists because animals that get too comfortable with humans eventually have to be removed from the park. Keep your distance. The photograph is better with a real lens anyway. Okay, let's bring it all together. See an elk, stop. Don't take another step toward it. Check the time of year. Rut or calving, stay extra sharp. Look behind you before you back up. Check for calves. Find your covered car, boulder, wide tree. Move toward it smoothly. Back out slow and steady. Keep talking quietly as you go. Dog stays behind your legs, short leash. Kids get picked up or positioned behind you. Bluff charge, hold your ground, get wide, speak firmly, keep moving away. That's it. That's the whole thing. Elk are genuinely one of the most incredible animals you'll ever be close to in the wild. The sound a bull makes in October at dawn, the way a cow moves through timber like she's part of it. People drive across the country just to see that, and they should. They're also one of the most underestimated animals in North America. The gap between a great sighting and a really bad day is usually just a few feet and one moment of not paying attention. Now you know what that moment looks like, and you know what to do with it. Drop a comment with where you've seen elk, or if you've had a close call. Other people learn from those stories too. Like and subscribe for more of these. Calm, practical, no fluff. You've got this.